you're ready, any other
Mm-hmm.
questions? I still haven't actually fleshed out your abilities yet between you and Pestles, other than kind of the improv one I had for Pestles, but we will figure that out as your characters kind of integrate more into the group, I think. Or the more times you guys kind of come back.
Mm.
But we'll figure that out. Shouldn't be a huge concern right this moment. Guess anyone want to give a really brief synopsis of what we learned and didn't learn?
There's a big thing out there that eats
That-
and cleans up.
It used to be human, but it was technically the first true experiment that gained its own consciousness. But yeah, pretty much piggybacking. It's pretty much eating the other experiments and gaining power of some kind. Maybe.
I mean, I don't care. It's susceptible to parlay, so
Yeah. It is sentient.
it's a buddy to me.
It'll live in Andros's head too. Just you wait.
He's collecting a new flesh Pokemon.
Every night he'll dream, and it'll just be it sitting there going, "What is parlay? Why is parlay? Where is parlay?"
I think it has bigger issues and existential crises other than worrying about parlay. It might just have a few other concerns and problems.
Oh.
Hey, maybe the scientist who
is
created
Parlay?
it is named Parlay, and that's why it triggered it. It was like, oh, what? Wait, how does he
jeez,
know
really?
Parlay? Parlay.
Wow, that is a loose thread. However that were the case, he would have murdered you on the spot.
I know.
Haha, funny, Blue Man die last.
Well,
Well, Blue Man would have died first if that was the
Blue
case.
Man would have been dead.
But well, yeah.
And then we hightailed it to Greener Greens, which in fact is quite the opposite of green and being greener. It's inhabited by various experimented on individuals who have,
Yeah.
as of yet, retained their independent thought. And we met an interesting cactus man, or rather, second?
Wanu.
Wanu.
Wanu. Oh, okay.
Wanu.
It's Wano.
I'm sorry.
Wano.
For some reason, I thought it was 101. I'm like, okay.
He is
And
number 10.
on being asked about if there was a way through the tunnels to get at other places to the south, I believe, he said the Simic Guild sometimes sends out survey teams, and he's tracked their journeys, and there's indeed a pattern that suggests that another survey is coming out within the next 2-3 days, but it's not exact.
It looks like it's a roughly monthly schedule, but it's not always the same exact day they come back.
Mm-hmm. Leaving our gnomish friend quite perturbed, as it creates an uncomfortable window of time of not being able to save her father. And I do believe we left off with that revelation of the time. Oh, and Pestil's trying to shove a bean or not a bean, a gift onto someone's forehead to give them gift of alacrity.
And Andros said, "Yeah, give it to Absent Thoughts. He'd love it."
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Oh, let's not forget that Seabreeze turned into Alton. So
For the yeah.
For the lulls, I suppose. But yeah.
True.
Mostly a combat encounter, but yeah, you met with some of the other experiments. You met with the first one that also calls himself the Cleaner. you met with the very few remaining inhabitants of Greener Greens. Kind of seeing the state they're in, maybe a little perturbed at seeing some of the casual indifference, maybe, or the dark end of what science and research really means to the Simic Guild, or to the, well, currently there's the Simic Guilds, but, you know, Hildy probably has a more like deepening suspicion or even knowledge that this isn't necessarily just the Simic Guild's type of, like, the other guilds are not clean in the same way. So yeah, we ended with talking to Wano. I don't remember if we had any. I don't think there was anything lingering other than Hildy, I think, had stormed out and Andros was chasing her down. It was kind of like the immediate action we left on, as well as Pestil's trying to rub things on Absynthos. Actually, because yeah, the other thing I was thinking of as far as why Absynthos isn't here, a little bit of chaos magic, the fact you just rubbed a bean on him, and Absynthos goes poof.
Poof.
Oh, bye.
So, Pestles may have
Glad I did
inadvertently.
not accept that gift.
Pestles may have inadvertently teleported
I mean,
Absynthos somewhere.
so could we? That would be problematic because I would try to kill Pestilus if that was to occur. I just
Oh, jeez.
don't really know this person, and they just dispelled my quote friend.
Oh no, this has
Well,
happened
friend.
before.
I'm gonna try and kill this
Nearby.
person. Is this really what happens in front of me? Sorry, GM. I'm definitely liking playing my character very much.
I've noticed, though.
Easy fix for that.
Thamor skewers Alton first.
Yeah, we
No,
murders each
he
other.
helps Seabreeze. He gives him advantage by flanking.
No,
Oh my
I can
God,
name by
no,
celebrating.
No.
Pestles is murder on the spot. Oh, no, actually, yeah, that was like, they might just celebrate seeing Absynthos just
Thank you for
vanish.
celebrating. Brings an Alton.
If
Hmm.
idea. Oh. Yeah.
Either that or you can just
Absynthos
get
is
trapped in
still-
your crystal, but
What if he turns pocket-sized?
I mean, he would still be there. I was just trying to give a reason for him to not be there and be able to be interacted with or interact with others in that sense.
I mean, from a
But-
subclass perspective, I think he does have the ability to go into his
his amulet, yeah.
amulet. So, I mean, that I'd be okay with that. It would be less that he disappeared and more that, oh, there's an amulet now. And it's an amulet we've seen him wearing, so it's not like we think he's gone.
I mean,
He's
yeah, I guess he
refusing
could.
the gift and goes into the amulet, thinking himself safe. Eh?
I guess we can do that too. He goes and broods in his amulet for a while.
Focusing on the werewolf
Reflects on
transformation.
his. Yeah,
These
like-
lodgings aren't up to par.
Is that a dead fish I see? Gross.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Salt or for Shred, but
Mm.
it's very possible that we saw him do this on the ship at times.
Then it would
It's
make
possibly
much
brought
more
it up,
sense.
but or he could just, if he was willing to disclose it, he could announce it now too. But
Plus, if
alright,
he
I was
goes
trying to
into
think of
the
a fun way
amulet,
to.
we can assume that he's going to hang out with his sister.
Not too. I mean, if he's gonna go in the amulet, I imagine he would announce it or like let you guys know that he's gone, so he's not causing alarm. I would hope. Then again, it's Absynthos, and
And then again,
he might just do it just for the sake of doing it. All right, well, like I said, I was trying to think of a fun way to chaos magic it, but whatever. Okay, well, in one way or another, he's going to go brood inside the amulet, I suppose. So, for all intents and purposes, he is not there. Though his amulet, he's, I guess again, I would assume he would tell you guys it, or you've seen him do before, but yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, Hildy walked off in a storm. Andros was going after. Wanu is still chilling at that table, kind of stone faced, looking very tired, and watching you, Frey, as you're trying to. I guess you were looking over his, like, kind of looking more for wounds and stuff like that as well.
Mm.
And then the other two, kind of hearing the conversation die down a little bit, poke their head back through the door, and they come back out. They don't say a whole lot, but they're kind of eyeing you as well. So that was 4-2 and Hunfor. Hunafor.
Seeing that the others have come out of the room, Freya will look at the others and ask, "Oh, would it be all right if I look over you? Just, being I am a healer of sorts. I just want to make sure that everything looks well. Healthy might be not the right word here, but functional."
They look kind of nervously over to Wano, and he looks over and just kind of nods slowly, to which Hunafor, guy on the right, also nods slowly at you but says nothing, and 4-2 just waves his gnarly arm up. Yeah, sure. If Wanu says it's okay.
She'll step in front of the more enthusiastic creature or man for it.
It's a younger like halfling.
Halfling. Okay. So yeah, she'll just do her best to look over him. Do I need to roll a medicine check to see if there's any other things besides
You
the
can,
Mhm.
but it'll be at a disadvantage because,
Okay.
quite frankly, his anatomy and physiology no longer match anything of normal standards.
I can do that. 14.
Okay. As far as what you can tell, he seems healthy, but again, a little bit hard to really figure out what's truly going on. Like, something here seems to have blended. Like, he's no longer truly a halfling, but you can't really tell what he is anymore. Like, whatever his arm has taken shape and seems to be. Like, you notice that the arm and the eyes don't really match what his eyes are doing. It's almost like another entity entirely. But he seems to pay it no mind, doesn't really talk to it or do much. And he seems to control it, but the eyes don't necessarily seem to. You can tell, you seem like it's almost like a parasite of sorts on him.
She'll yeah, Furry's gonna be silent as she overlooks him, and she'll just take a journal. It's a weather journal out of her satchel and takes out her pen, kind of like making notes of herself before just switching over, looking over at the other one quietly, just doing that, just making little notes here and there, and looking back over to Wano. I don't know if this is a concern of earlier, but if it helps, can you tell me what the others are? Their current forms are, or would it be alright if I go out and ask them myself?
You can ask. I do not know, other than they are one of us.
Right. Well, I will be back, and then once I come back, I will do the funeral rites as I suggested before, and I will try to quickly make well rack my brain of sorts to figure out what the problem is and everything else. Excuse me. And then she will close her book and then make her way out. Just pretty much going quietly, passing by the tiefling and the gnome, and just walking around the town, knocking on doors, asking questions. So.
Okay. So yeah, there's not, as you kind of go around knocking on doors, we'll cut to other people here in a second, but you'll notice that most are empty. As you kind of knock on the door, they just creakily, painfully like swing open, revealing just tattered rooms, dust-filled areas, just things torn and forgotten kind of deal, like kept in a lot of disarray.
Mm.
And then we can go into the two that you run into a bit later as well.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty much an opportunity for someone else to jump over to someone else.
Yeah. But during that as well, you're gonna have one of them following you because he's kind of interested in what you're doing and very curious. So he will follow. He'll follow a distance, and if you like make no motion to him or anything, he'll kind of slowly get closer and hide behind things, kind of like a kid would.
She doesn't notice that she's pretty much writing in her notebook, just writing down her thoughts and muttering under her breath and stuff like that before going to each door, waiting, and then interacting if need be. But that's another scene to cut to.
Sure. Guessing Andros and Hildy, since that kind of was up, or did someone else have something they want to say to Wanu or Fortu before, or I guess to Fortu before he left, but...
Nope.
Yeah, I'm good to go too.
Hmm?
So, Barnacle is the one, obviously, Andros had told Barnacle to go follow her first, and he's kind of... Andros is kind of walking slowly behind. Barnacle will be the first one to encounter Hildy. What is Hildy doing?
She's just sitting on the little bridge and kind of normally Hildy is very like she almost always has a smile on her face, or she looks intensely like she's concentrating on right now she looks a way that you haven't seen her before. She looks very disturbed and despondent almost. She's just kind of like staring out over the murky water, just a blank expression on her face.
Short stack. You all right?
No, Barnacle, I don't think I am.
Well, the captain sent me after you. Would you like to talk about it with me, or would you rather talk with him?
I mean, did he send you because he doesn't want to talk about it, or?
No, he likes to send me when he can't be the really immediately able to follow. Oh, I guess I'm a gentler persona. He did the same with me for, what's her name? Twinkles. The silver-haired one that left a year ago.
Hmm. Well, I will say that you are quite a bit less abrasive than he is, and she just gives a kind of like a weak little smile, tries to give a wink. Doesn't really come across, as carefree as she usually is, but...
To do with my, fluid disposition, you know?
Kind of sloshes down next to her.
So, Green to Green's not meeting up to your expectations?
I think that in a way it's surpassed them, and it's really disturbing.
Memories of your past, perhaps? Did you work with... I didn't think you worked with the Simics, but well, maybe I missed those talks.
Oh no, I didn't. Simic was not my stomping grounds, but this place is just wrong. It's one thing to hear about it, but to actually see it.
So this is fairly normal? Or just, I guess you said maybe a well-known secret?
Normal is a very loaded word. Look, I was a part of Is It for over 20 years. Being a part of a guild that long, you learn to just turn a blind eye to certain things. You hear rumors, you see people whispering in the shadows, you watch people you used to see every day disappear without a trace. And all the while, you're expected to keep your head down, keep your nose clean, stay useful, and don't draw the wrong kind of attention to yourself. All under the thinly veiled threat that it could just as easily happen to you. I did what I was supposed to. I did my job and didn't ask questions. We underlings all laughed this place off as a boogeyman story to scare us into compliance, but we all knew. I knew. And if I knew all that time and said nothing, let it continue, how am I any better than the ones who put people on the slabs?
Oh, come now. Listen, Moftov. You're not a bad person. Complacency in a system as, well, corrupt and baseless as you say the guilds are. Well, like you said, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. You gotta flow with the fishes, as it were. Eh, I'm assuming if you had made more of a ruckus, you'd probably have ended up here, or worse. As a resident, not, a tourist like we are.
Well, I did run, didn't I?
From what I remember, it was sort of you got caught. Captain said mention something, but not a whole lot.
This is just one place where problem people end up. And this is bad enough. I don't know if I would have ended up here. But if not here, I can't imagine that any other place I would have ended up would have fared much better. Maybe there are some things that I'm just better off not knowing.
It's a funny thing. Once you know, you can't really unknow. So, I guess the question falls back. Now that you do, what you gonna do?
I don't know. What can I do? That water lady back there wants to help. That's awfully noble of her, but she's not going to be able to do a damn thing. There's only one thing that would help these people, and that's to turn this entire place into a crater.
That'd be helping them?
Would you want to live this way?
No, I don't know. Are they still alive? Is it your decision then to deprive them of that?
What kind of life is this?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't look great, but maybe they're not under the thumb of the guilds. They're not worried about their life being any worse. I guess, they've seen the worst that could happen to them. What's the worst that else could happen?
They're treated like animals, Barnacle, less than animals. They're not allowed to leave. They're hidden away. They can't
Well,
even remember their own names anymore.
you're
I'd rather
right.
be dead than be stuck here.
Well, I suppose,
But
and
then
maybe.
again, then again, I speak as someone who has the luxury of knowing what she has to lose. I
That's
think that's left these people.
that's fair. Yes, but well, say we ask them, all right, and they're not in the mood to, well, leave this life, as it were. Maybe not yet. Then what? What do we do next? You're the smart one. I've just got water for brains.
I don't know. I I work with tools and black powder. I'm not so good with people.
Oh no, they're surely chummed. The captain. One meeting and he already was bringing you on board. Don't discredit yourself, little missy. Though I will say he does have a little bit of a soft spot for lost puppies, so
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
well, your cutest one at least.
You
Well,
know,
anyway,
you're much nicer than him for the most part.
eh, oh, well, he's I no, he's got a theory about that. I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense, but we we were basically the same person when I came into being. And well, I don't know what the gods did. Wave Mother surely saw fit to bless me with life and sentience and a mind of my own. And, well, I wonder if maybe he got a lot more of, well, I guess the drive and purpose and determination, and I got more of the, well, fun sides. I don't really know. He thinks so. Well, I mean, he ain't too bright either, so. But anyway, I digress. So, we've got a problem here. People, well, they've been mistreated. Oh, that ain't wrong. That's wrong, yes. And the captain would say, us people with power, it's our job to help those who don't have the power to help themselves. Now, I don't know what we can really do here. We certainly don't have any carpenters, didn't bring Rodak or any of the crew to fix the place up, but perhaps maybe we can, I don't know, figure out a way to give them a little peace of mind. What that might be, I'm not sure. Supposedly there's some Carneal people showing up here in a little while, maybe a day or two. I suppose we could do something, give them a bit of, well, satisfaction by dealing with them, or I don't know if there'd be a way to convince them to help. Doubt it, though. They keep coming back and not staying. But there's also the problem of your paw.
Yeah, I mean, Dad can take care of himself, I think, but, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't eager to find him.
Well, I couldn't right reckon tell you what he all had in stored up his helpful stuff when I met him, but yeah, he seemed a little worried about them coming back. And the longer we wait, the more likely we'll miss that window.
Yeah. Is it selfish to want to get to my father first?
Do you feel it's selfish? I don't have a father, so I'm not sure.
I would never be able to forgive myself if something happened to him. You know, the only reason this is happening is because I ran away. I caused this. The least I can do is make sure that he doesn't get killed because of me.
Well, it seems the ways of life, fate that, again, Captain doesn't like talking about, gets all salty. But fate seems to have taken your running and brought you back with some friends. I think we can do something to help you, Paul.
I sure hope so.
And who knows? Maybe someday we can come back and help here too. Or I don't know. Maybe we could figure out a way. You certainly like your bang explosivey things. There's a tunnel leading here. Maybe we could, I don't know, collapse it. Give them a bit of freedom for a while. Even if that means they live out the rest of their days on their own terms till they go mad and the beastie in the woods comes and eats them. But wouldn't you rather they live on their own terms instead of, well, whatever the guild's got for them?
I think that they deserve the chance, at least.
Well, then I say you put this bright little noggin to work. Let's see what you come up with. And in the morning, I expect the captain will be willing to entertain what ideas he got.
All right, Barnacle. See what I can do.
Be honest, if he comes up with the ideas, it's just going to be running headfirst into something. And he's got a sharp, silver tongue, but it ain't that silver.
And he's got noodle arms, too. He should know better about running headfirst into something when he can't take a hit.
I know. Yeah, can't say I'm what to talk. Flobble, flobble. Well, I'm glad to see you still smiling. You need someone still smiling, and it can't just be me, because sometimes I'm in a bottle. Right. Well. Cheerio. I'm glad we had a talk.
Thanks, Barney.
You know it, Muff Tough.
Don't call me that.
Too late.
Kind of sloshes off toward Andros.
You fucking suck, dude.
Yeah, you know it. Andros kind of looks over from the side of the bridge and just gives kind of like a half-cocked, like eyebrow raised toward Hildy. Doesn't say anything, just looks at her, kind of like, "You good?"
She'll just, she isn't quite back to 100% yet, but you do see her give just like that characteristic cheeky Hildy grin, gives you a little bit of a wink. Doesn't say anything, but she does wander back over to you, and walk back toward the inn.
Well, glad to see the watery tot's got a nice side to him. Glad you could come join us.
Sorry, just needed a little bit of air. Just a bit accurate in this place, but what can you do?
Yeah, you got me. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what kind of lodgings we got for the night, and come morning, well, we'll see what we got.
Yeah. Sooner we can get out of here, the better.
That I can agree with.
So while that conversation is taking place, Thamor, Seabreeze, Pestles, what are you three up to?
Pestles is trying to keep busy. He's looking around for anything that he can fix. I imagine these are ramshackle buildings with broken boards and other.
Oh, there's plenty to fix. They do not have much in the way of crafts or tools and such, so everything is basically very. It's like patchwork together, if at all.
Well, in that case, once everyone was running around and doing their thing, he takes out his. Well, I take out Mason's and Tinker's tools and start just a little bit of magic here and there, but it's mainly the manual part than the mending of things. Just starting from one corner and working around. Not really saying anything.
Okay. Yeah, Wanu and Hanafor kind of eye you for a bit as you go around fixing things, and they just kind of brush it off and pay you no mind as you do so. What about you, Thamor and Seabreeze? / Alton Masquerade.
Yeah, it's night, correct?
It is, from what you can tell. The fog does make it a little hard to see exactly what the sun is, but it is getting dark.
Oh, here's Thamor. Okay.
Thamor's just wandering
In
around.
the flesh.
Thamor?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Sea breeze, I would assume.
Yes. I would like to keep my original form, as it were, under sort of wraps. She says this quietly, hopefully not alerting. Oh,
Wanu's mostly
Wanu.
just eyeing Pestles.
Okay,
But
good.
you
So
see
it's
almost a
distracted.
vacant, like, thousand eyes kind of stare that he's got going on. He's watching, but
Yeah.
it's because there's motion.
I thought this form would be comforting to you, no?
You can't see it with Thamor's eye just twitched.
Yeah. She picks up on that. I see. I'm sorry. I didn't know there was. Yeah.
Owes me something.
Oh. Well, I won't pry. I'm going to keep this form. Well, I suppose I was. She leans in close and whispers in your ear. I was going to do a bit of snooping. So it shouldn't be a problem to drop this form when I leave.
I'm pretty sure there's only like 4 people in this town. It's rather empty, abandoned.
We shall see. Is there anything I can help you with? She pulls back.
No, I'm gonna go talk to Pestles. He likes to tinker, and my weapon doesn't quite feel the same.
Indeed, we faced quite a strange foe. I wonder if there aren't some sort of weapon coatings or something that we can use to protect ourselves and our valuables.
I will ask the little kobold.
Seymour, what's your passive perception?
Probably lower than what you're thinking. Let me check.
Okay.
It might be. Never know.
Where were the? You've asked like 1,000 times, and 15.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
It's not bad.
But it's not enough. God.
Depends. Mhm. You know what? Just roll me a perception check.
Better than mine.
Yeah. Can have a roll. Curious to see if you notice.
Really, my perception's better than yours.
Yeah, 14.
Seymour has to know when things look like a god. Shit. Okay then.
It's because of the greater restoration.
Let's go.
It's because of the greater restoration.
Seymour,
Pestil's just starts screaming at distance.
after you're done talking with Seabreeze and you go to walk over to Pestil's, on the door leading in here, that was previously open, is now kind of swung closed. Your eye, because you can see magic, basically, you notice a glyph on the door.
I hate glyphs.
You can roll me an Arcana to see if you have some idea what it is.
I'm gonna wave over to the Alton clone. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna roll the Arcana. Oh, he might not be able to see it because it's
Yeah, I don't.
Nope. It is invisible
Oh,
to the
yeah.
naked eye. You see it because of your eye. Legitimately
I'll
the
roll that.
only reason you know it's there.
I'll roll the Arcana check.
Although I do have proficiency in Arcana.
You do not know what it is.
Lucky.
You could tell me about it, I suppose.
I especially don't know what it is.
You really don't know. You scratch your head and you got even further.
I scratched my
Maybe
helmet.
this is bioluminescent tagging for all you know.
I scratched my helmet and it fucking all slips a little bit. Covers my eye.
So, is everything okay?
There's a glyph on the door.
Oh, really? Where?
And after House Levia, I am rather concerned about it now.
Indeed. Can you point to it?
Seymour points directly at it.
May I roll an Arcana check to see?
You would need some form of either detect magic or something to actually see it.
Well, I do have that.
Okay, because currently it is not visible to the naked eye.
Oh no, I don't have detect magic. Excuse me. So
Or you'd need some way to...
what I would do then is I would turn around to Wanaka. What the heck's his name again?
Wano.
Wano, thank you. I'm sorry, it's Groka to me. Can't help it. Is there some sort of warding glyph on your home here?
He looks over, again, that kind of long stare. I don't know what you're referring to.
My friend here has quite the perceptive eye. He says there's a glyph on your door.
One second, I might have an idea.
Is glyph?
What is this glyph?
What we're
While they're
trying to
talking, I'm gonna go
figure
out and go find someone who may have some paper. Probably Blue Man.
Glyph?
Yeah.
Glyph is magic. Pistols? Pistols no magic.
Pestles,
He's a...
can you identify this glyph without setting it off?
Seymour says he is magic? Maybe. The pistols will go in corner and prepare thing that helps you to maybe see magic if it actually is there.
I do have detect magic.
I can ritual
Just-
cast
I
detect
can't
magic.
read.
Okay.
Of course, you could catch Dex Magic.
It's not so much reading, but yes, you can... Alright, are you casting it then?
Pestles, did you say you could cast detect magic ritually?
Yes. Yes, I can.
I will let you do
Artificers.
that.
Artificers of ritual casting.
And I will
Oh, they
slip
did it.
away. This is a thing for y'all to solve. Alton Clone would like to stealth into the night so that he may go spy on other houses without being noticed. Also known as window snooping.
All right.
Just watch out,
Voyeurism
they might have
continues.
Windows detector.
Give me all your secrets through windows.
Windows are
You may have to
security
clean some of the windows here.
vulnerability.
You may have to clean some of the windows here. They don't seem to be up on the upkeep of this place. A lot of the windows are dusted, algaed over. But
I
they're there.
love my first level of wizard because I have prestidigitation for that now.
You can just clean
Oh,
the
really?
window. Just look.
Give me my roll, GM. I wish to stealth away and clean the windows.
All right, give me a voyeurism roll.
Oh my god, it's a 19. Oh, let's go. Oh, that is that is 19 plus 13, 20, 32.
I mean, yeah. You kind of just seem to disappear into the fog as you silently move your way past, barely even leaving barely even putting any pressure on the what would be a rickety pathway.
Let's be honest, this was made for rogues, this area, so.
So,
I mean,
not Alton. Are you? Where is it?
Mhm.
Not Alton? Pestles looks around. No,
See a bat signal off.
the bat dagger. Cat dagger. One, no. Do you see where friend go? Pestles looks over at 1010.
He kind of you see like he's just kind of staring blankly at a wall, and he looks over. Who?
The human. It
He
is
looks
not
slowly
important.
around the room.
It's not important. Never mind.
It is gone.
I would like to spend the 10 minutes to ritually cast Detect Magic. And that is what I'm busy for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. So while you're doing that, then Alton is window peeping. Or not Alton, Seabreeze. Again, kind of the same thing with Freya, though instead of knocking the doors open through soft knocking, you go around and stealthily clean all the windows. And find that again, most of the residences are empty, save for the main hall that you were in and the two that you can see on the map. In the one there, and Freya, as you knocked upon that door, basically you just heard something growling inside and told you to go away. And Alton, as you're peering through it, you see a large, like muscular-looking humanoid with the arm of like what you could only assume to be like a gorilla kind of creature.
Ugh.
And he is sitting in the middle of the room, like just kind of like panting heavily, and every so often he stands up, turns, and just punches and swings wildly into the air before sitting back down.
Okay. He doesn't look like he's the keeper of secrets, so we're moving on. Any of these other buildings have any noteworthy looking furniture or perhaps safes or chests of some sort? Obvious trapdoors.
I mean, this isn't really an area where they sent people with riches. This is
Sure. No, and she knows that. She's looking for written documents, really histories or people holding grudges or But, I think
Roll
the
me. I mean, if you're looking through the windows, that would be very potentially difficult. But you can roll me investigation.
yeah, I'll
Um,
give you a prompt here. So, if I was in this situation, I think she thinks to herself, the only thing that would probably be of use in this place was if these people got mail. So, is there anywhere that looks like there's a place where they receive letters or communications? I think
no.
that's what I was
Uh,
looking for. Okay.
this place is isolated from the world basically because it is
Mhm.
a. If people learned of this, would be bad for the Simic to an extent.
Okay. Then she
So
would just look for places of
yeah.
worship and see if there's any, you know, objects of
I mean,
value.
as you kind of peer through windows, you might see the odd carving or
But
odd
I'll give
little
you the
thing, but
um,
without they don't really seem to
investigation.
match maybe a deity of any sorts, but maybe they are slight altars or carvings of
Ooh,
deities that they worship. But
it's not very good. That's 8 plus.
hell, they just summon an unseen servant for some reason.
That's a 15.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you peer through the windows, but it doesn't. Nothing really stands out or strikes. Occasionally, you'll come across, as you look through the window, maybe strewn parchment across the floor, but nothing valuable necessarily. Maybe you see some written, what might look like written documents. You try to peer through the window, but unless you were to go inside, they look mostly just kind of scribbles or maybe even just what you would assume someone who's just kind of scribbling on a page might be, or even drawings.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, this is not a place where, yeah, there's not a lot of valuables to them. I mean, they were sent here with basically nothing, and they are, I mean, they're here for literally the end, like, because, well, yeah, I guess that's something to find out.
I'll make my way back to the main group.
But yeah, and like I said, you do notice that a lot of these places that aren't currently inhabited, ones that are still pretty much in disarray, looking through the windows, and as for some of the doors that Freya went through, it seems like a lot of these places may have been lived in once and are in disarray, and no one's bothered to clean up. And whoever left took nothing with them.
I cleaned a
Um,
few windows. Yeah, I'm happy.
yeah, there's some just sparkling windows behind, kind of very out of place with the rest of the
Well,
setting.
the
But, you know,
outside's clean. I'm
yes.
in.
Well, I mean, you have to clean
Not
kind of both.
perfect.
See, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, the outside's a
okay.
little cleaner. It's still a little dusty on the inside, but you know, you can see partially. But Andrews, Barnacle, Hildy, Thamor, what you guys doing is Freya and Seabreeze are exploring.
I was wondering if
Oh.
this was a temple of some sort.
It looks like it may have once been. You see on the pedestal at the very end, if you kind of go in, there's candles that are long since burned out on the sides, and you see a bunch of odd carvings, like carved statues sitting on an altar. Um, even kind of the basic knowledge of religion would tell you that these don't resemble any deities you know.
Hmm.
So either they've created their own deities, or perhaps these carvings are of something else. But based on the general state of this particular building, it doesn't look like it's been used in some time.
Um, I would say, if you don't mind, she will go inside this temple and close the door quietly behind her, and she'll call out to her deity. Um, Ellie, can you hear me? I'm kind of lost at the moment. I know you told me to go in this direction, but I'm at a loss of words. I've never come across something like this before. And she's saying this as she's kind of like looking around, taking notice of the pedestal, and just picking up one of the figurines. Hey, these people, I don't know if I can heal like I normally do, and I, I feel such sorrow for them. What kind of people would do such a thing to them?
I wish you were here right now. I know you don't like to be, well, showing yourself, especially when there are people around.
Kind of at your call, you hear, like, the sounds of the swamp around you quiet and die out. And you hear two of the candles behind you flicker softly to light. And you see a pale apparition of your deity standing in this temple, looking a bit perturbed and a bit sad.
Oh, you scared me, Dolly. I didn't know you were gonna do that. Usually you make a little bit more of a noise in the water, but, well, then again, and she looks around. Ah,
This was once a place of worship. Those that have forgotten to worship have forgotten or given up on the deities they once served. I guided you here, not out of the hope that you could heal them, that you could learn. This is how far the many mortal realms can fall. I hope you could learn from it. Use your newfound ally. Feel they will bring a change, whether by their hands or there is something greater that works now. As she says that, her form kind of bubbles and starts like bubbling, fading away. Was perhaps even one who once believed in me here. And she evaporates.
She would stand there a moment, kind of like taking her words to heart, but she sighs quite heavily, shifting her satchel back over her shoulder, looking around, making sure that no one saw Ellie appear in the candlelight.
well, I'll do my best. Maybe if I were to, these people that come visit this town, maybe they might have a reverse to what they have caused. Or maybe I should question the one that has a tie to Saloon. I'll figure it out, I promise.
And with that, she'll set the figurine back down on the pedestal and make her way out of the temple and heading back towards the inn where everyone was staying.
We can hop over to the other floor if you like.
As she's making her way over there.
Take it away.
I mean, I know Andros at this point is probably allowed Barnacle to return to his flask if he wanted to, and mostly just looking for what they're going to be, where they're going to be bedding down for the night.
I
So
mean,
I'm
he did
assuming
mention last time as well that you can use any of the empty houses.
Sure. So he'd probably just be sitting in there with 1-0 and, sipping on the drinks that 4-2 provided.
Yeah, it's basically just water.
Yeah. Brackish, I'm assuming.
A little bit, but it seems cleaner than the water around. So you can only assume they may have some sort of supply.
No. He uses prestidigitation to make it taste sweeter, more like spring water.
Prestidigitation gang, let's go! I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
I don't have prestidigitation.
Yeah, so Freya would eventually enter back into the tavern and set her gaze upon Andros and makes her way over, but stops a couple
Sorry,
moments
I'm moving
away
back
and kind
inside.
of, yeah, it's all good. She kind of like, uh, almost like tries to beckon, but then stops herself, and then she just walks over to you and like gets as close as possible to whisper, I don't mean to interrupt your refreshment.
Hello, lass. Good
Hello.
evening. Hi. Do you have
If you
something to
don't,
say?
I do actually.
Are you
I
worried someone's listening?
will. Then she kind of her gaze will look over to Wano, um, and then back to you. Well, not necessarily, but it does. It's just some sharing thoughts for the upcoming travel.
Sure. Sit your ass down, have a sip of water. And he'll slide over one of the cups that he prestidigitates and makes it taste sweeter.
Oh, no, thanks, but I'm good. And she holds her own water skin that has much, but thank you.
Rude.
He kind of like furrows his brow. You alright?
Not exactly. I know we haven't really had an actual introduction or confrontation. Well, not even that. Sharing of words, between each other when we were in Jerag. But I wanted to say that there's something about you, um, that kind of feels off.
Oh, me? Off? Not just my ruggish good looks?
Oh,
Gives her a
she
smirk.
kind of, or she raises her brow at that. Sure. Anyways, it was more the fact that I can feel that you have a tie to, well, to several deities. One being of the sea, I think, but there's another.
You can feel that.
Mm,
So you're in tune with magic more than just being fancy with the ice and healing spells, then.
in a way, I'm still learning over, well,
You're.
several.
Mhm.
Any,
So, were you given your magic by freak circumstance?
um, no, I. It's kind of hard to explain, but uh, I I guess I could say I was raised in a by a circle of druids, and I learned their ways. But I more have an affinity to water.
Right, but you can sense deific connection.
Mm, well, she kind of like shrugs her shoulder a little. It's hard to explain. I just know something's off, and I've been traveling a long period of time with several uh goals in mind. One being that uh the anomaly of the moon.
You see, he chuckles. Oh, yes, that. What about that?
Mm,
Do go on. I'm all ears.
All I know is it's a little unnatural. I mean, the water moves different than it should be, especially when the moon gives some power to the sea. And being that I've traveled from my homeland and along the coastline, the water does not have the same power as before, as a year ago, I mean. But,
Good observations. What do you think the problem is? I'm dying to know what you think.
I don't know. I really
Oh, no,
don't.
no,
I
no, no,
just,
lass. We
I,
don't hide behind I don't knows around here. Give me your thoughts.
no,
I'm,
uh,
I'm curious.
I just have this odd interaction towards you. I mean, when I first saw you, I felt nothing of it, but then taking a second glasses and meeting you again, I don't know if it's coincidence or fate or, well,
That's called a
maybe
double take, lass.
oh,
And I get it. I mean, it's me.
it,
Flashes her another grin.
she waves it off. No. Nothing like that. No. I don't know how to explain it. I just know that my deity just has been uh sharing some of her thoughts and guiding me to this place, but then seeing you in these places kind of, well, putting one thought to another. And then I heard earlier that you guys were curse breakers. I don't, it confuses me. I've never heard of such thing, but
Well,
being that you're a healer and maybe you could help out with the situation. And I know we spoke about it earlier, and that you had other purposes, but it could be tied to this place.
well, the title Curse Breaker ain't necessarily one we gave ourselves. We helped out, we battled, well, for lack of a better word, a world ending monstrosity, and, well, we won. And that has had some effects on the world, amazingly. So people started calling us that, for reasons that I don't know if they know. It's a little confusing. Well,
So
I
you
ain't.
don't break curses.
Well, I've never broken a curse, no. I am cursed, in a way. But I don't think it's quite the way you think it means.
Hmm.
Anyway, you said you've got your deity. Who might that be? If I might be so bold.
She kind of hesitates for a moment, not sure if she should bring it up, but then obviously she did bring it up. Uh, have you ever heard of Elidith?
Elidus. Can't say I have. There's something familiar about it, but no, it's certainly not one of the major deities, at least.
Hmm. Not right, not really, but she does care about, you know, um, she does care about the people that used to worship her, and being that I have come across here and across you, she does want
Well,
the good for her people, and she looks over to
gods do
Wano.
tend to say that, yes. So, she wants good for her people. Great. And your job as her follower is to help people. Great. Are
Hmm.
you planning on staying and helping these people?
Well, seeing that, to be honest, I don't think my hours could be much for them. Not, by ointments and salves and potions and or magically infused healing. But hopefully, with your help and with their predicament, we could track down these people that caused this.
I
And,
don't know if that's going to help much,
it's a start.
unfortunately. Sure, but I don't think it's going to do much. I hate to break it to you, Dal, but what's happened here is, well, as I understand it, a bit of waste management by some really terrible people. And I don't think what they've done is something that can necessarily be reversed.
You don't know that.
No, but I'm guessing. And I expect if you stick your nose into it, you're likely to join them.
If it means by helping them, then I will stick my nose into the business.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't stop you, but I can warn you. I'm sure Wano over there and the rest of them will do the same. If you'd like to get your neck in this, by all means go for it. Unfortunately for us, we've got other business.
So, in other words, you're going to ignore these people.
Not ignore. I've got my best minds thinking of a solution. How about that? But unfortunately, we can't stay. We can spend the night, do what we can. Sure, we can provide some aid if someone's in pain. If not, but come morning, I expect we'll be looking to head out.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, where are you heading?
Save the family of one of my crew, who's also caught up in, well, similar guild shit. Coming here was coincidence. We'd heard about it, figured it'd be a good place to stop to pick up some info on how to cross the mountains, and, well, we found out crossing mountains is a whole full crock of shit. So, we might be figuring a new way. Not that we want to abandon these people, but I don't know what we can do for them here, unless you've suddenly learned a way to reverse, I don't know, magical transmogrification. Or you find it in your hearts to track down shadowy guild leaders and take on the entire system of guilds all by your lonesome. All you can do is offer aid.
You can visibly see her biting on her bottom lip as she's like struggling to make the decision of staying here and we're pretty much going further. Just taking, she's going back over what she heard from her goddess before making a response.
I don't
Well,
like it any more than you do, lass. But it's the hand we've been dealt. And as much as we might have power, that power might be better served somewhere else.
as much as I do want to help these people, I hope that some time in the future that I can come back and help them all along the way in this journey. I'll find the answers to solve their problem. But in the meantime,
I'm back.
I hope you can let me travel with you. I don't think I can do much here, sadly.
Well, right. Well, like I said, we're probably departing in the morning. I'm sure you're willing to. No, you are willing to travel with us as far as you like. I would not be one to turn down one of your skills, especially those of the restorative nature. Oh, just know that what you've got into here seems, well, doesn't take a simple fix. And as much as I don't like it, I don't know if there's a whole lot we can do, so do what you can while you're here.
True. Right. Well, I will leave you to the rest of your evening. I am going to go back to the temple to perform funeral rites for those who we brought down, passed on. If you need me, I'll be over there. But have a good night. And with that, she'll just turn, kind of like she has some definite tension in her shoulders as she leaves the establishment once more. But she doesn't say anything else.
As she walks out, Andros mentally contacts or reaches out to his two passengers, Grumbar and Umberly.
How are you two? What do you make of her? She sensed you.
Sorry to interject, but unless Salty's back, you had to take care of the dogs.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
So what was that?
Andros was just querying to Grumbar and Umberly what they thought of Freya having sensed their presence, or that he's a god touched or whatever he is.
I reckon any of them religious born type could figure it out. It's not like you go around trying to hide it.
Wouldn't know the first way to start. Anyway, fine. I've got... Never mind. I've got to get some rest. Puddles, thanks for the help today.
You feel her presence, but now that you're kind of in this place, you feel she kind of feels a little bit kind of perturbed about it all as well.
Now, fine. Back to sulking. Fuck that.
He closes off his mind as much as he can, which he can't, but yeah, go back to drinking his sweet water now.
Vagrant drink.
May I have finished my detect magic
Yep.
by now? Right?
Yep. So yeah, now you can basically kind of see that the glyphic symbol on the door. And you realize, at least with the detect magic, it gives off like the School of Arbitration. You can roll Arcana at advantage.
Abjuration?
Yes.
Okay. There is a little click, clink, clank, and Pestil's his he has a series of tools along the inside of his forearm that also holds his shield, and they begin to softly glow and hum. I think it's a white, icy blue color like his scales. Oh, yes, there's something on door. So Pestles look and it's Chloe and my lazy one might have a book. Let's see. What is? Oh, Pestles know what this is.
Yeah.
Good grief, dude. Really?
Yay! It's a listening spell. Oh shit, that
No,
would
it's
actually really
a
suck.
it's a modified alarm spell.
Oh, great.
The extra, like, you recognize the school of magic, you recognize the spell itself as the alarm spell, but it's been modified through the glyphic incantation and ritual that's been placed on here. Likely, I mean, with the nat 20, likely to kind of, tracing it, or mentally, not actually touching it, but like tracing it through, that you notice that it's been likely extended for, both its duration and its range.
I have a guess on the range.
That you do not know. You just know that it, the range that it can alert the caster is probably quite large. Considering that is where
How
most
was
of
it
that.
triggered?
Well, I mean, from the base alarm spell, it is whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. You can also designate creatures that won't set the alarm off. So, yeah, you may or may not have set it off.
That one.
Huh. Oh, this is not This is not good. Pestles think. Is where is rest of? It's not important right now. It's too late to do anything about. Blue one.
Eh?
Barnacle know you, but are you also curse breaker?
Yeah.
No.
Barnacle didn't tell you about me, eh?
Barnacle busy doing other things, and other things usually when Pestles was nightstand.
Knowing what I know of Malleus, I'm not surprised. Nightstand. Interesting.
He makes a fearsome grimace.
That seems cruel.
Pestles incline agree. Yes.
Now, yes, Barnacle and I, well, we were the same. We're linked. His soul is mine. In a way. You can thank Puddles for that. Or maybe it was Moon Tits. I ain't sure. Anyway, Barney's me, I'm Barney. We're basically inseparable. Anyway, yes, I'm a curse breaker. What do you want with me?
Pestle's just trying to understand who is Blue Man in the Rosie looks like saucy apple, right?
No. But whatever you want is fine. And Rosie, sure. I ain't gonna correct you. Seems
Okay.
Words ain't your strong tone, so
No. The tell people speak, not roll off. Speak for
yeah.
Pestles.
Don't hurt yourself.
Not usual happen. but appreciate that.
But yes, I'm with the Curse Breakers. I'm always been with the Curse Breakers, though. Yeah, was in disguise for a bit.
Disguise? Disguise.
Yeah, I was Barnacle. At least most people thought I was. Anyway, it's complicated. I don't need to explain it. I'm me. I'm the captain of the ship that brought us here, and yeah, resident
Oh,
asshole.
oh, is Pestle suppose is saying maybe is Thrax? I think. Just Pestle's over here. Just little bits of talking with a nice elf lady, and you say you not think about stay around for help people much long. So Pestle's just wondering if actually was part part of a Cursebreaker. Because Cursebreaker come and help, like how they help Pestos in Pestos clan.
Yeah, I don't know how much we can help here. I'm sure we can help, but I don't know how. These people seem modified beyond any magics I know. I don't know if, well, Short Stack or you seem to know anything to fix them. But as it stands, I don't think they're helpable as it is. Not to be callous, of course, but
Pestos suppose agree, and people things here stay safe from big, 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 scary thing. That's what was word? What was power word to make big scary thing not eat us? It was parallel.
parlay, a sailor term.
Parlay.
Basically, it's let's talk. And it did.
Parlay.
Again, don't hurt yourself.
Parlay. It,
It, it weren't magic. It
can
honestly
you write
was.
word?
Yeah, right word.
No, not the right. He fumbles around and pulls out a tiny little notebook. He flips through it, takes out the stylus from the spine, and just puts it on the table in front of you. And you see that there are notes upon notes in. I don't know if you'd recognize Draconic script, but shorthand and whatnot. And then he just turns to a blank page. And write word. Pistols read a lot better than speak.
Okay, congratulations.
No, but what? How spell in tall people speak?
Oh, right. Pestles, right?
Not Pestos' name, but how spell parlar?
Oh, right. Penis.
Jesus Christ.
He glowers at you.
You fucking asshole.
You asked for it though.
Okay, let's see. Do I have a spell in response?
Oh, you
What
know
can I
that one.
potentially?
Yes, you've got enlarge.
Wow.
I'll make it shiny.
Anyway,
Anyways, cast rope trick on it. No. It is funny. Very, very funny, Rosie. Oh, Pestos just remembered. Door has trap. No, not trap. It's he comes over and hey, Thamor. I see the magic thing you saw earlier, and it is a glyph. alarm. It make a noise and tells other things around Castor when other things go into our touch. And oh, it went off again. I think maybe.
Well,
Did you?
Hildy, can you confirm that? Whatever
What is it that she's being asked to look at?
the glyph.
Here, put hand over here, and maybe you feel. Yes. And he's gesturing, and then pointing exactly where the glyph is. But at second thought, maybe not good to touch. But it seems just a alarm.
I mean, would I be able to tell that at a glance, or
I mean, if you don't have detect magic up or anything, you can't actually see it.
but yeah, I don't. But you know what? I could cast it because I do have it.
If you would like to. But like I said, currently it is invisible to the naked eye. So even though he's pointing it out, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
If I asked to put her hand on it, would she be able to quote unquote feel the magic?
I mean,
I'm being
not
that I do
really.
tinker with magical objects on a daily basis. I don't know.
I mean,
I could.
you might be able to. I mean, you might be able to feel a bit of magic coming off it, but that wouldn't really give you a whole lot to like.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just cast detect magic. It's fine. I'm not gonna ritual cast. I'm just gonna cast the damn thing.
Okay. I mean, not trying to play semantic, but it is
Yeah.
the hidden glyph for that reason.
What are we
Yeah.
going for here?
All right. So yeah, you.
And then it pings again, I
Yeah.
imagine,
What are
when
we doing?
Yeah.
sea breeze comes towards us.
Yeah, but you now see the glyph that I mentioned inscribed on the door.
Okay.
Again, with him telling you what it is, with the roll, like it's a glyph for the spell alarm. Though it seems though it's been modified with however they inscribe the glyph to increase its duration and range of alert.
Okay.
It is right there, and it just went off again. And oh, it's not Alton. It went off because not Alton come towards. Yes.
Have we figured out why this glyph is here?
Well, Pestos has idea maybe.
Okay.
Survey team not come long times, and maybe someone listen to village to see if village green has things still moving around. Although Festos also think that if lots of things set off alarm, maybe survey come quicker to investigate why.
But wouldn't the alarm go off if it was on this door every time it opened?
Pestos not know. It's not a regular alarm.
Uh-huh.
You do know for the and pestles, you do know the part of the alarm is they can designate if certain creatures will trigger it or not.
He taps his finger on chin. Well, a person who make glyph can say what sets off glyph, but Pestos don't know what sets off. So
And you said it has gone off?
Yes, you stepped towards in effective. He mutters something draconic. You step close to a glyph, it go off.
Who,
I
me?
think. Actually, Pestos not know. Pestos head hurt.
Oh dear. I just had a thought.
Hmm?
So, Pestles? That's your name, Pestles?
Yes, and sometimes pest because pestles is tall people not. You also
Help.
short person. Other tall people might call you pest. Yes.
I mean, I've been called a lot of things. I can't say pest is one of them, but yeah, hey, you never know. But hey, so you said that this is modified to only go off if certain people access if certain people walk by, right?
It can be. Pistols, not no, because you can't know without asking a person to make a glyph.
Right. But that, I mean, she doesn't know who Alton is, but that man over there made a good point. It would be going off every 5 seconds if every time someone walked past that door, it were to go off.
Yes.
So I think then the conclusion to be drawn is that it is set to go off whenever someone who doesn't belong here is near.
Which would mean
Right
Which
now
would
is
mean
going
it.
off potentially. It's pistols.
keep going, Hildy.
So
Sorry.
so whoever set that ward now knows that outsiders are here, meaning that they're probably going to be coming to investigate. So we should probably be getting out of here sooner rather than later, unless we want to start explaining why we're here. And frankly, I don't want to do that.
Or hiding.
Or it could ambush and take skins and then go to a tunnel like you said before.
Don't have to do that as a
Not
first
skins.
course of action. It's a good plan, but
I'm
Not
sorry. Did you just say
skins.
take skins?
No, it's not skins. It's a second. And then he pats himself on the, and then pulls on his armor. Clothes.
I don't think we
Yes?
need their clothes. But it's a good bet that Hildy's right. I think we're made.
Is worst probable.
So now the question is, do we want to wait to be discovered or do we get out ahead of it and just leave?
Well, there aren't too
Well-
many places around here to sleep.
And there is big parlay.
Yeah. I don't know if us leaving is going to do as much. I doubt those were the only monsters out in the fens.
Hmm.
And
Well,
it
then
seems they
maybe-
don't need to come here.
Maybe it's best if we find a place to hide and sleep.
Bunk up here tonight. Keep one eye open. Keep watches. If they get here before day, then we deal with them. If not, well, I've got ways of getting us out of here, at least somewhat less dangerously. Though I
Salty.
expect.
This might be a stretch, but assuming that that this is guild work and that the nature of, I mean, Hildy works with wards all the time, this is modified.
Yep.
Would she be able to tell whether by familiarity with the guild work itself or just being able to tell, based on the components of the spell and all that stuff, would she be able to tell like how far out, like Pestles couldn't tell the range, but would Hildy be able to tell that somehow?
Roll me an Arcana.
Okay. Okay. That's a 26.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm good at Arcana.
Yeah, apparently.
It's like you're an artificer or something.
Right?
Yeah, from what you can tell, it looks. I mean, based on maybe what your father had shown you, kind of like in the shop and stuff like that. Maybe you had some of these similar modifications to the spells done. It has a range of several miles.
Several miles. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it is, which doesn't really exist, but it's kind of a modified rendition of upcasting it to modify that effect. Kind of like how your
Okay.
crystals work. But
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I don't
Uh,
know. I don't know how effectively we'll be able to hide. I mean, if they know that we're here, then, might stands to reason they might have ways of detecting where specifically we are. Of course, waiting out in the open probably isn't going to do us much good either, but
Uh,
Pestos has a trick rope thing. It doesn't last long for an entire night, but it make a invisible room with rope that you can go up into and hide.
it's an option. Little lizard guy, short stack. You have we checked the rest of the town? Is there other wards like this mock up?
Would take a moment to walk around. And
Well,
he looks at
your
his
legs ain't
cap on his.
moving, so I'd say get 'em moving.
Uh,
come on, let's go. We'll split up.
maybe
Alright.
walk together to make sure we don't. If
It'll
I
go
can-
faster. We have short legs as it is. We'll go faster if we split up. Come on, you go that way. I'll go this way. We'll meet back up here.
I can
fine,
help as
fine,
well.
fine.
I can help as well.
Listen
Okay,
to her,
good.
Blinky. She knows what she's talking about.
We'll get to places we can't get to then, maybe. I don't. He mutters things in Draconic. Moving outwards.
Okay, so I guess the three of us are just splitting up and walking around the town and
Casting
trying to
detect
take
magic
stock.
at every door.
Yeah, just taking
Oh,
stock
it lasts
of.
for 10
I mean,
minutes.
yes, it lasts for 10 minutes. I don't think it'll
Yeah.
take you that long just to quickly
Oh,
run
okay.
through the town and look at the door, since this woman is, once the detect magic is up, it becomes very visible.
Okay.
But
So how are we doing? How screwed are we?
While doing that, Salty,
okay.
I don't think I've cleaned off my halberd yet, so I think I saw that creature's blood on it, one that reduces magic.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Dear.
And I'm pretty sure Thamor may know that's the blood, since, after he slices the creature, his, halberd essentially just powered down.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah, so you just get a big giant wipe of blood and wipe it on the door with the rune.
Oh! Oh!
I love Thamor.
Wait, no, don't do. Oh, no. That might. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of go up, and I guess you just start rubbing your halberd against
Just-
the ward, trying to get some of that blood off. The effect on your halberd still remains, but kind of using your eye, you see that it's scratching and distorting the glyph. It doesn't fully remove it. I mean, a lot of the blood is dried on your weapon, but you notice that it seems to smear parts of it, and you kind of notice some crackling of energy around it.
That'll be fine.
As
He
for
goes
the
to
rest
clean
of
off the
you,
weapon.
as for the rest of you, you notice there are wards on just about every other door.
Hey.
Okay, so
So-
we're fucked then. Cool.
So here,
I think the
Here.
important question would be: are there any doors that there aren't wards on?
I mean, if the range is several miles, I don't really think it matters, does it?
so those are all marked.
Well, we just want to be in one that doesn't have one if we hide here.
Right. Yeah, the idea would be to stay in a house that doesn't have a ward, so that at least they're not like, we know they're in house 1C.
Right.
Oh,
Are
and the
are
whole-
all of these words modified similarly to the first one
Yes.
that we? Okay.
Yep. There's wards on just about every other door. Same design, same kind of modification. Yeah.
I think I would stop by the.
Yeah, Hildy, you definitely as you see more and more of them, you definitely recognize the handiwork of the guilds.
Okay.
Kind of in play with this.
So are these now that we have detect magic up, are these the only words that we see? Like, we're not going to walk into one and then we're going to blow up or something, Because
Ah, dang
Hildy
it.
in particular would be into that kind of thing.
Darn it, they asked. They spoiled my plan. There's an explosive. I prepared explosive rooms this morning. No, these are the only.
Runes
These are the
explode,
only ones.
everyone
Are a
dies.
bunch of alarm rooms.
Okay. Okay.
I would on the way back, I think I would go into the church if looking thing to grab Freya.
And as you're doing this, the other inhabitants, Wanu is mostly just kind of watching Thamor and Andros, kind of with curiosity to an extent. This is kind of more activity he's really used to. And Fortu is excitedly kind of like following you guys, like kind of split his attention, following you guys each around, looking at doors, and he stares intently at the door and looks at it like he's very curious, trying to figure out what the hell you guys are doing. He has no idea.
4-2 is precious. We must protect this child.
He's gonna die first. He's
Not
he's
with
the
that
dog.
attitude.
He's
Well,
the
with- no,
dog
with
in
that
the story.
With that attitude.
It's okay. I don't have. Oh wait, shit! I don't have a diamond. Anyways, I'm going to knock on the door. Open. Nice elf lady. We have problem, and you should probably come back with pestles to a center building.
Freya just finishes her prayers and slowly gets up. Yeah, I'll be there shortly. And she will lean forward and blow out the candles that she had taken out of her own satchel for those who were lost during the fight. And she will whisper in Elvish another quick prayer for hoping they find their connection to the people that they are tied to their loved ones, and hoping they will come back in their next life before she comes to down the towards Pastels. Right. Oh, what's the commotion?
We have bad doors. Come. The other
She
short.
just looks at the door. I mean, it is
No, it's
broken.
better if no. It better if how Hildy explain.
Who's Hildy?
They are the short one.
Oh, right. Okay. What's your name again?
Pestles.
Oh, well, I'm Freya.
Nice elf lady named Freya.
And you're Pestle. Okay. And she'll make her, yep, pretty much following up behind and getting into the inn. Is the kid still outside?
He's following everyone around for the most part. So, in kind of seeing everyone gather, he'll follow everyone inside. But he's kind of split running and just watching people look at doors and trying to figure out why everyone's looking at doors.
As there she's passing by, may I do protection from evil and good upon him?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Oh no, his blood is the same as the other creatures.
Eh. So she kind of like comes up from like as if he's as she comes past him, she's gonna give like a gentle touch on the back of his shoulder, and then she will continue walking. But yeah, he has now protection from evil and good upon him
Okay.
for the next 10 minutes. So
Okay. You see his arm shudder a little bit as you do this, but otherwise he doesn't seem to notice.
okay.
Right, short stack report. What'd you find?
Well, the bad news is that we are probably fucked. However, there are a few houses in the area that don't have these wards on them. So if we're going to try to hunker down, then those are probably our safest bet.
Right, good find. Expect they know that as well, though, so.
Yeah, well, better that than broadcasting exactly where we are by staying in a warded house.
Yeah. Spiky green guy, 1-0.
right?
Yes.
How far is it to the tunnels?
Day's walk, I think. Or less, if you move quick.
Right, so not super close. Question is, do you think these things have enough range to reach the tunnels, or do you think they've got a closer outpost somewhere?
Or sorry, half a day, not my measurement or off. Half a day's walk.
Okay. So, at least 10 some miles, 10, 15 miles. Wow. I think, unless anyone else has any opposing opinions, we hunker down and get a bit of rest. If they come, at least some of us will be a little refreshed. I've got a way of getting out of here, but I can't say it'll be the most discreet.
I think discretion is probably out the window anyway. They already know we're here.
They know someone's here, right? These aren't. Are these scrying sensors? Are they just. What up? I mean,
It's more like it plays sound, or caster magic person knows when alarm goes off. I think is what Pestos here is saying.
it's just an alarm.
Yes, is that's why called spell alarm,
Great. So
which is
they know
spelled
they know
PENIS.
something here. They know someone's here. They don't know who or what. For all they know, they're just having a party.
Yeah, partying greener greens, as people do. Sure.
Right. Well, I think we pick a house. At least gives us a view of what's coming. Hunker down, get some rest. Short stack, you, me, I don't know if Lizard Brain here can help. Put our heads together, see if we can come up with an idea for tomorrow or whenever. I can get us out, but
Pistols maybe make traps.
if you think it'll help, by all means,
Yeah,
trap away.
not sure yeah, what is called again? Pistols have a thing go boom with the sticky goo. That maybe it lasts long enough to make something that people step on. But
Sure, get to it.
not sure how exactly work. Pistols have, and then he starts muttering again. Well,
Right, well, his brain's still thinking. Hildy, take us to one of the houses that you think is best, and we'll get hunkered. Where the fuck did Seabreeze go?
No. Is not Altum.
It's Seabreeze. She's probably not wanting to be noticed.
Well, yes, and if you say sea breeze, then sea breeze is noticed as sea breeze. But if he is not Alton, then he's not Alton.
Please hit him.
Idris just blinks at him.
Hey,
First
it's
rule
okay,
of Fight
guys. All we
Club.
need to do is open a window, and we will summon Seabreeze.
First
I am
rule
next
of
to a
Fight Club
window.
is you don't talk about Fight Club.
Place a
Blinks.
dagger on the windowsill.
Yeah, blinks, stands.
Like-
Alright, lead the way, short stack. Let's get
Alright.
this done.
Okay. By the way, so can we see the entrance to the tunnels from where we're standing, or anywhere in the village? Like, can
Not
we
really,
see
because
where the
again, there's
tunnels are? Or...
still not really, because like outside the swampy village is still kind of that marsh, like marshy-esque area with some trees and a bunch of fog. You can see the
Okay, I
mountain
gotcha.
range, but you can't necessarily
Mhm.
see the tunnel itself.
Okay, so we came in from this direction, right? And that's where.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
where
Northwest.
so and the tunnels are off this way,
yes,
or
kind of in
okay, I
that
gotcha.
general rough area.
Okay,
You came in on this way because
okay,
that's the only like safe path in from the direction you came, but
okay.
tunnels would be
Then
more like actual northwestern.
okay, then I think that actually, Hildy would lead everybody to the house that that Seabreeze is currently standing in.
Oh, that is not the.
So wait, we came from the northwest. The tunnels would be what, southeast,
Or
southish?
sorry, yeah, southeast. I mean my direction wrong on
Oh,
Got
that.
it.
southeast. Okay,
Southeast, right?
okay.
Because I'm turning it the opposite way. You
Got it.
came from northwest because of the bay. Yeah. I can't do geometry.
No worries. I was just working in
Oh,
that general area on the map the other day, so I was like, I think they'd probably be southish.
yeah. Okay, my bad. In that case, well, I mean,
But you would
I mean,
guess
we
that if
could just
someone were
go.
to come in to the village, just kind of looking at the paths, it would likely either be from this path to the east here, or maybe the south, as far
Okay.
as the general direction. Because again, kind of turn it clockwise a bit is really the
Okay. Then
so
you
the
know
most
what she
likely
would.
path would be the eastern one.
Then she okay. Then she would actually lead us over this way.
Okay. Alton's like,
It's okay.
Seabreeze is like, this is my house. They can have that other house.
Seabreeze is just peering through the window, going like, "I know they're coming this way. I can watch them through the window."
I thought they might come to me and I would look smart, but nope.
I mean, you can.
Sorry.
You can hide there. I just don't know. I mean, having
I
everyone
know I
hide there
can
might be
hide
cool.
there. I don't need the GM to tell me where
I roll a 92 on my stealth check.
I hide behind the GM. I take over GM seat.
Salty because.
Okay.
Do it.
No, just wondering what your DM PC would be like, but yeah.
The NPC.
If you had to be a character in your own game.
It's Mother, obviously.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
boy.
Ploink.
I mean, yeah.
No.
Solid answer.
We know you're not Mort.
No.
Mort is his evil, incompetent twin.
Ploink is what I want to be. Mort is what I actually am.
Oh no. No.
So I have 3 more uses of the ability to make bombs out of thin air. Is there a way to take the actual bombs and then rig a tripwire?
I
As
mean,
a early warning for things that come from the fog.
yes. I mean, if anyone does trip it, they will then 100% know something is there.
Oh.
Because they sure as hell didn't rig any bombs for themselves.
Guess what I have? I have the alarm spell. Why don't we use that?
I don't know that.
I mean,
Just come find me and I'll fucking
I mean,
put the alarm
yes,
spell
you
on the door.
could rig a bomb if you wish to try and tripwire it. I can have you roll it if you'd like to set up a trap somewhere. I'm just forewarning you that it will likely serve to warn / probably maybe even injure should they step into it.
That after
if there are people
careful
coming.
consideration, the council has decided that was a stupid decision.
I mean, should you be trying to ambush them? That'd be an amazing decision. If you're waiting to see if they're coming, if there's anyone coming at all, well, like I said, you haven't found any other evidence of trip mines anywhere, so that might be a very alerting feature.
Yeah. No. What? Okay. Go to someone else. I'm thinking.
All right.
Should I?
Anyone else?
What? I'll go find the group. Hi. Hello, Pestilus.
Well,
Where's everybody
yeah.
going?
They went over to house with Hildy to be safe while resting.
Okay.
That away. I'm going to make.
Yes.
Just immediately turn around.
Pestos think that.
I'll let you
Pestos
think about that for a second.
maybe
Yep.
make
mhm.
bomb to announce if
What? Wait.
people
What?
count.
What?
Yes, it's a dragon powder bomb.
I found a great house over there. Why don't you make that over there?
But
Oh.
Pestos think is going to make a smoke bomb instead, and then give one to everyone else.
Okay.
Maybe it helped.
The comedic timing of that token movement was just on point, Tris.
Oh, wait, what?
What?
Freya? Any more?
Nuko said his thing cut out again. His audio went out.
And he would be back in 300 seconds.
Oddly specific and oddly
He needs to reinstall Potato. Voice meter Potato.
install potato up ass. Sound
Oh
required.
my. That I did not say that.
I mean, that's where potatoes come from, right?
For us, they do.
Oh, it's right. It's right. Yeah, never mind.
It's a
Other-
cardinal. Yes, potato.
Oh my god, I thought he had a backpack of some sort. Not the spandex undergarments of holding.
Eh,
Was it a nat 1? I have a feeling it was a nat 1.
Evian, what you up to while they are?
I
Potato.
don't know. I don't know
Freya.
why Evan's doing in the Feywild.
Oh, sorry, Freya. You can tell
It's
my
okay.
mind
Evan.
is.
No, sometimes Evian and Morani will just show up from time to time. And Zidane will be here,
No, Zidane hasn't been here at all. Everyone's forgotten about him.
You just hear coming from nowhere. Enemy down. She fired an arrow. Come on.
Oh. Fadex. But yeah, is Seymour back? Oh.
I don't think he is. Nogo's still muted.
We're waiting for him. Freya, are you joining them in? What house are we up to?
I think I probably most likely am. It's just she's taking a moment to get there. I was wondering if she can find any plant life that's in the swampy water.
I mean, yes, there's the decayed kind of like dying-ish, like mangrove-esque trees. There's, I mean, algae and other odd plants that grow in the swamp, but
Alright, I was just thinking.
I mean, there is plant life. It's not just all dead and barren. It's just, not the greatest looking plant life, but there is swamp-like life matter.
Okay. Just thinking. That's all. That's all. Yeah, but she'll join the others and be in the corner taking out her herbalism kit, just making ointments and salves that for healing properties and also poisonous stuff for coating weapons. If
I'm back.
possible.
You can roll me a nature check, I think.
Okay. Do I get proficiency bonus with my
Yes.
herbalism kit?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So how does this work for the nature and the herbalism kit together?
You would roll it as a tool. You would roll it as an herbalism tool check using, I would assume, wisdom, and make sure you apply your proficiency to it.
Okay.
You can set that. You should be able to put a tool on your sheet.
But yeah, which is the herbalism kit.
Yeah, so you'd just be able to click it like other things.
Wow.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunately,
No.
you are not able to really get anything that would substitute as a poison. You might minorly annoy enemies or get them sick should you feed them this stuff, but nothing that will stay or really translate to a poison. Or like a
Ouch.
weapon coating poison, I
Okay.
suppose.
Yeah, she's not that great in poison, so she'll just abandon what she was doing and sigh in frustration as she used up most of her herbs that she gathered over the years.
Here, drink
Looking
this.
very sad.
It's brackish
think you-
water.
I don't
You
think you
have
used
now
up
diarrhea.
any of the herbs so much as you just kind of went around, like, cut a bunch of samples and try to distill them or, like, kind of analyze them to see if they would have any, like,
Okay.
poisonous properties that you could use or, like, use as an oil or an application, and just nothing. Everything here is pretty much, if it's not poisonous so much as it's just foul.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of disappointed in herself. She kind of just sinks in the corner, just over listening to the others talk.
Is no go back?
I am.
Hey.
We cloned you.
Oh no.
You can't clone Thamor. That's impossible.
So everyone good to start trying to rest?
One probably not required piece of RP. Where do you want me to cast alarm? If at all.
Well, I mean, if so, both of our potential enemy routes. Seeing as we've got a potential enemy route down here, like maybe it would be more behoove us to cast it down this way.
How big is the area it can cover? 20-foot cube.
20
okay.
feet, something like that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. It should get the walkway, no problem.
Yeah.
So we could do it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes. And see, I also have alarm, but unfortunately, I don't have it prepared. Otherwise, we could put 2 down. But alas.
Rip. And then Salty, I imagine after we've talked for a bit that you have an idea of how I would set up this alarm spell such that the experimented upon poor folk of this hamlet do not set off that alarm spell.
Yeah, I mean, it says in the spell description you can designate. When you cast the spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. So you can
I don't know
literally...
everyone in this village, but I can say in my magical incantation, the unmutated, or I don't know.
I mean, I would just say you could go around and just kind of mark everything. It's kind of, I mean, it's magic. It's kind of odd on the specifics of how it would, in theory, even work, even if you knew the name. So it would just more of a mental image or just a kind of go around and just mark everything.
Okay.
Hand wavium of, yes, I'm not going to make that a super complicated thing when you can just, they're all friendly characters here.
Okay. Move that square one or two to the left, please, whoever made that.
Okay.
That's it.
I am not a fan of these new controls.
I don't like that you can't move them once you place them.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, the only reason why I had done it here was because it also catches, like, if they started walking toward the main building first.
Oh.
So it catches
makes
right
sense.
here, it catches right there. That was my idea, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
right.
Once you brought it out, yeah, you can just draw a box and you can move that.
Yes.
Everyone is.
Everyone's drawing boxes. You get an alarm. You get an alarm. Everyone gets an alarm.
Technically, you could cast a couple alarms.
Can you?
It doesn't say you only can have one up at a time.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So you
It
could set up
is not a
multiple
concentration,
alarms.
weirdly enough.
Ah, you're right.
So how about there?
We could alarm everything.
Rectangle.
Alarm their alarms.
Here.
This alarm is alarmed.
But is it armed?
Well, could be.
No, those are
Okay.
tentacles. Tentacles!
I'm good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, that's we're long resting, so that's all my second levels.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
are
good
I
you?
have
call,
one.
Trey.
I have one second level slot left. Whee!
Yeah.
Or are you long resting?
Oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. All I need is sneak attack and stealth. Let's go.
We shall try.
Linked in chat, I am going to make with my last 3 uses of Combat Chemist 3 smoke bombs.
Okay.
And offer. Oh. Well, Pestle says, instead of make boom boom trap, Pestles make smoke pod, and it makes a little cloud thing. It not quite like magic, not as strong as magic, but maybe help get hand over things if.
Out
if
of
one
character, I feel I should interject and say that Absinthoth would absolutely say, "But I have darkness."
I don't know if he actually does anymore. He has his.
That's right. He traded it
Yeah.
because we shamed him so hard for.
He's got that Shadow of Moil spell he used.
Oh right, yeah.
Which
'Cause
is
I think
kind of like darkness, but
He
better.
would use it and then just immediately get overshadowed by hailstorm. It's like, all right, no one in this like tiny little spot where he can see, but I can see in the hailstorm. Well, all right, nobody anywhere can see or move or well, and then space.
That was the worst. He would cast it, and none of the ranged people could see anything anymore. Like, God damn it! Why is Elton in the room with 2 Thamors?
Oh no.
Why
If you
isn't
make
Alton
if you
in the
make
room with
3
two
more,
Thamors?
I have seen this picture before. I'm not here for it.
Tempting him.
God damn it, dude.
Seabreeze, your alarm is going off real bad in here.
The violation alarm.
All right, who's taking first watch?
Not it.
I'll volunteer.
I
Yay.
can
Not it.
volunteer. I don't need to sleep. So
Oh, must be
And-
nice.
We have a
And
friend.
Hildy just
Well, you
straight
are
up
in
doesn't
4-2's
usually, so-
house,
Oh.
relative area, so yeah. But he doesn't seem to care. He just kind of goes off into his little cot in the corner. He actually seems kind of happy he's got people with him. But yeah, he was in there when you guys entered the village.
Oh.
oh yeah.
How many
I
watches
can-
do we need?
I would like to say that Absinthoth is in the house that I'm not in, so that we can, because he loves telepathic speech, so so that I don't have to get outside the house to let him know, because I'll be the one that will hear the alarm. But if I'm not in the same little house with the rest of y'all, I wonder if it's possible that I can just wake Absinthoth up with a thought.
I see no problem with that.
You give him a get up thought.
It's a question for Salty mostly.
I mean, yeah, with him not being here, we can kind of put him anywhere. Are you saying put him in the room with Andros and everyone else, or in a different by himself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You guys
So
can
that I
take the amulet and move it over there and have it in there with you.
Okay. Thanks.
I'd actually say probably might make sense. Andros and Hildy will take first watch because
We've got some scheming to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we'll take the first watch.
Who would like a smoke bomb?
Oh, Hildy will definitely take a smoke bomb. For sure.
You had her at bomb.
Yes.
I mean, I'll take a smoke.
That's Groka talking.
Would you like drugs?
You would? Great.
It is a gray clay pod. Nondescript. But okay, so Hildy gets one, he offers one to Freya or Andros.
Sure.
And the last one to Seabreeze.
Heavily obscured 15-foot fog sphere. Okay.
It's effectively fog cloud, except
Yeah.
not as big.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna bunk over here. So first watch.
Andros and Hildy are sitting together. And I expect they are quietly discussing what Barnacle mentioned about, figuring out something to do with the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Thamor and Pestles for second.
Yeah, be down with that.
I made one of your Thamors go away.
And for third,
Who's on
Freya and
third?
Seabreeze.
Freya's
We just need,
Freya's an elf, so I think she only needs to long rest for 4 hours.
yeah, third
Yep.
would make her.
Yeah,
She'd be full
I
rested
don't
for that.
need one, by the way. Smoke bomb.
Freya and Seabreeze. If you guys are not opposed.
Yeah, that sounds
Which
good.
allows the noble to sleep in.
And brood in peace.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
During the watch, Andros will convert a 3rd level spell and his 4 first level spells into sorcery points and convert that into a 5th level spell. So does all that. Gets a 5th level spell and
Okay.
and I think he is putting. Sylvie and I chat about it. I believe he is putting 2 spells into her her tool for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
The first will be Wall of Stone, and the second will be Enlarge Reduce.
For Hildy's tool?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot me this at some point so I can make note of that at some point.
Yep, we'll do.
Wall of
Just so I know
Stone
that.
and Enlarge Reduce. We're making a cork. A very rocky cork.
I see.
Rocky or what?
There's a tunnel.
There's a tunnel.
Oh,
We're going to make it not a tunnel anymore. It's not going to have an exit anymore.
Well, all right.
for 10 minutes.
If we concentrate
No.
on the Wall of Stone for its duration, the wall becomes permanent.
Mm?
Yeah, I just
Becomes
Huh.
a non-magical wall.
I was
That's
unaware of that part of the spell until about a half hour ago. So.
that's definitely a fine print.
Mhm.
It's a wonderful print. Anyway, so he feeds those into her tool, and they talk about, again, stopping up the tunnel. Because
Yep.
Barnacle mentioned, well, we can't really help people here, but maybe we can stop up the tunnel and at
Yep.
least give them a chance to live their life in peace for a time.
While also sticking it to the guild, which Hildy is all for. So.
Until they, get a certain guild involved that specializes in explosives.
Sure.
Sure, but.
But then you'd
Should they
know
want to.
that they were there
Hmm?
because it goes boom. And once you use silence on it.
Okay.
So
I think we will carry out the result of the watches next time,
Mhm.
because I'm not sure how it'll play out with your encounter with this group. I imagine I don't know what the schedule is going to look like, since we are closing on the holidays, and it would be nice to get Zergan